Hey yogis, welcome. I'm Julia and you're tuning into Julia Marie Yoga and specifically our Practice Everywhere flows. So you're probably tuning into this video on a Tuesday. Each week I send out a flow that you can follow along with from home, from your office, if you travel from a hotel. So this is a great way to make sure that you can keep up your yoga practice even when you can't get into the studio. This particular Tuesday is really special because it's the 4th of July. Whenever we have a holiday, we wake up and usually the first thought that goes through my head, and probably through yours too, is, oh my goodness, I have so many things that I need to get done today. But then also, it's a holiday and we want to be present and focused and savor each moment we have with our friends and our family. So this particular flow is going to rev you up, it's going to give you energy, but also we'll focus on how do we use our breath to keep us calm and to bring us back to a sense of ease after we've had a moment of challenge or a moment of energizing activity. Okay, so grab your mat, grab some water if you need it, and we will get started. Today we'll start in easy pose. So Sukhasana. For some of us, easy pose isn't easy, right? It doesn't feel super comfortable. So if you are noticing that your knees are coming up high or you just don't feel balanced on your sit bones, it's totally fine to go grab a pillow or grab a yoga block and stick it underneath your seat. Turn your palms face up and lift your chest through. Let your lips, that'll help the mouth soften, find a little ease. Maybe your teeth need to separate top teeth from bottom teeth. Let your eyes come to close. So we think about finding stamina, but then also meeting it with a calm sense of presence. There's a recognition that we're not just one thing. We're not just anxiety, we're not just calm, we're not just strong, we're not just flexible. We're a little bit of both all the time. So take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth exhale. 2 more times like that. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth exhale. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Blink open your eyes. Let's add the arms. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. Hold the air between your palms like you're creating this funnel. And the funnel could draw energy down from the sky all the way right into your heart. And then push your palms together and drag your thumbs down to your sternum. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Feel the air and the space between your palms, and then push the palms together till they seal. Thumbs drag to sternum. Last time like that, inhale, reach the arms up. Palms seal, thumbs to sternum. And then bring your feet out in front of you, take your hands behind you. Anchor the feet, loop the shoulder heads back, then lift into a reverse tabletop. Push into the feet, bring your hips up in line with your knees. Allow your chest to move forward up into your chin and then gaze up. So there's a really big expansive line from the knee to the heart. Take another breath in. Exhale, start to come down, soften the elbows, hips land. Come back to easy pose, but put the opposite leg in front. And so for a lot of us, me included, that can feel really weird to be in an easy pose. I'm like, where do I put my knee? What is it? Right, we have habits. So it's okay if it feels weird. That's fine. Find a place where you can anchor again and then lift the chest. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Good. And then tip over to your right side, lift your left arm up and over. Now take your top hand down to the base of your skull, Draw the elbow into the hairline, let the head hang in the hand. Take a full breath in. Exhale, turn the chest down to the ground, and then walk the hands away from you off to the corner of your mat. Push into your hand and hug your hip back. Good, then walk your hands back up. Inhale, sweep up and over all the way to the other side. Reach the ribs up to the ceiling, then bend the top elbow, cradle the brain. Let the elbow hug into the hairline. Skull gets heavy in the hand. One more breath in. And then turn towards the knee, release the hand, and then walk both hands on a diagonal away from your sit bones. Hug the sit bones back as you push the hands down. Walk your hands back, sit upright, stamp your feet in front of you, loop the hands behind you. Second set, reverse tabletop. Press into the feet to lift the hips. Move the heart through. Take the gaze up. Breathe in through your nose. Big open exhale. Swing the hips down. Cross your ankles. Come to a tabletop. On tabletop, soak your shins down into the mat. Bring your fingertips relatively spread wide, and then draw the belly in so you can broaden the chest. If you notice that causes any pinch for the shoulders once you pull the chest through, it may feel good to step your fingers out a little wider. So instead of them being straight forward, they gently spiral out just slightly. Good. On the inhale, come to a cow pose. Tailbone moves up, soften the belly. Put a little softness in the elbows so you can scoop the heart through that little spinal wave, and then extend the elbows at the end range of the motion. Exhale into the cat. Same idea with the elbows. Tilt the tailbone under, draw the belly in, gaze comes to the navel, and then push the arms long. Inhale to cow pose. As you breathe in, the tailbone goes up, the belly low, the heart moves through. Exhale into cat pose, tailbone under, belly button in and up, press the arms long, gaze comes to navel. Last time, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Come to neutral spine on in-breath. And then swing your right lung and your right arm up. We'll come into twist. Take a breath in, bright fingers. Exhale, twist underneath until you're empty of air. And then right away, reverse it. Inhale, unwind, reach up. Exhale, twist until your shoulder and your cheek skim the ground. Reverse it. Inhale, unwind, reach up. Exhale, twist, this time land, thread the needle, shoulder down, cheek down, and then loop the left hand behind your back. If that feels far, just reach it up. So we're looking for openness through the chest and shoulder. Good, unwind your hand. Plant the left hand under the shoulder. Unwind the right arm. Reach the fingers up to the ceiling. As you exhale, touch down. I'll turn so you can see the other side. Lift the left lung, the left arm up. Exhale, twist underneath. Then reverse it. Inhale, unwind, lift up. Exhale, twist underneath. Inhale, unwind, lift up. This time land, thread the needle, shoulder down, cheek down, ear down, and then wrap the right arm behind you or reach it up. So if behind you feels sticky or stiff or just not great, reaching it up can be a nice alternative for some space. Good. Unwind your right arm. Let the hand plant under the shoulder. Unwind the left long, left fingers, reach them up to the ceiling. Your exhale, touch down, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So lift the hips up and back, lengthen the spine, press down through each and every finger pad, and then bend into your right knee a lot and drive the left heel low. Lift the sit bone up, press the top of the thigh bone back. One more breath in. Exhale, switch to the other side. Left knee bends, right heel presses low. Squeeze the outer right hip up and back. Press the top of the thigh bone back. Take another breath in. Exhale, both heels low, sit bones high. Let the neck get long between the arms. And breathe. Good. Now soften the knees. Come to that spinal wave. Push yourself forward. Plank pose. The end of the plank, level out the upper back with the skull in line with the upper back. Then slow motion yogi, lower all the way down. Knees can always touch down first so that you have room to loop the shoulder heads back. Press into the feet and anchor the legs. So the legs give your spine a safe space to grow from. Press into the feet enough you can start to peel the heart through, cobra pose. Lift your chest, scrub the heels of your hands back, energize your elbows down and back. Take another breath in, exhale, chest down. Again like that. Inhale, cobra pose, pelvis gets heavy, heart moves through, scrub the heels of the hands back, you'll feel the shoulder blades work their way away from the ears. One more breath in, exhale, touch down. Last time, cobra pose, strong legs, lift the heart, lengthen the neck, lift the skull. Take one more breath in, exhale, release, push back to child's pose. Hips to heels, soften the elbows, drop the forehead between your arms. It might feel good to rock side to side a little bit, letting go of some tension. Then walk hand over hand to the right side of the mat. Both of the hands are going to step off the mat. Stack your left palm on top of your right palm, lasso your fingers together, and then push the knuckles away from your hips. Drag your left hip back. Breathe exclusively into your left lung. Nice. Release that side and start to walk over to the other side. So both of your hands are going to walk off the left side of your mat. Stack your right hand onto your left hand, lasso your fingers. Push your knuckles away from you. Hug your outer right hip back. Breathe into your side body, right into the heat of that stretch. Walk back through the center. Lift to tabletop. Tuck your toes. Press back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, look to your hands, soften your knees. On your exhale, step forward to ragdoll pose, a variation of forward fold. Feet come to hips with distance. Bend into your knees, then drape. Drape the torso over the thighs. Relax your head straight down. Notice if there's tension in your jaw, let that loosen. Then interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Let your elbows fall in towards your hairline and then start to lift your seat up to the sky.
Now relax your fingertips down. Bend into your knees. Slow, steady, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up overhead, let the palms seal. And then thumbs to chest. Bring your feet hips width distance. We'll keep them there for this version of flow through our Sun A. So feet will stay hips width distance so there's room to move. On the inhale, soften the knees and then sweep your arms up. Straighten the legs, palms touch. Exhale, slice through heart center. Soft knees bow, drop the head. Good. Bend into your left knee a little bit more. Place the left hand down in front of your foot, maybe 6 to 8 inches, or on a block. Circle the right arm up. As you press down through the big toe mound of your right foot, squeeze your outer right hip back. Move the chest through. Take another breath in. On your exhale, touch down. Right knee is going to bend a lot this time. Turn the chest to the left. Start to reach left lung and left fingertip up to sky. Move a little weight into the ball mount of your left big toe. Squeeze the outer hip back. Take another breath in, big bright chest. Exhale and touch down. Hands glide to the shin bones. The inhale, it's halfway lift, flatten the spine and move the heart through. Notice if you are rounding in your spine, let your shoulder blades draw back. Take another breath in. On the exhale, plant your hands. Move to a high plank, lower to mid plank. Flip the feet, press into your feet till the legs get strong. Push into your hands to straighten out the arms. And then pull your lungs through the frame of your arms. Take another breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift from the hip hinge. Heart follows, head is last. Settle into some breath here. Good, soften the knees, look forward. This time step. Or maybe lightly hop, feet to hands. Hands to shin bones, halfway lift. Fold forward, bow. Reverse swan dive, big sweep. Let your heart get open to the ceiling. Then soften your knees, circle your hands behind you. With a little athletic bend in the knees, you can loop the shoulder heads back. Now straighten the legs. Squeeze the quad muscles. Now drive your knuckles down to the ground as your shoulder blades squeeze into the back. Take a full breath in, feel this back bend quality of movement. Then exhale, soften the knees and drip, bow. Belly rest between thighs, let the neck go. Drop the head straight down to the ground. So if this spine feels a little tight, you can put a towel between your hands or a strap. Bend into the left knee, turn the chest to the right, starting to straighten the right leg. Allow your head to be heavy. Good. Feels really nice for the outer side panel of the hips, so search for the sensation there. Take another breath in. Good. Exhale, right knee bends. We're going to turn to the left, start to straighten the left leg. So you're going to feel the outer left hip sing a little bit. Know that your left knee can be bent any amount. Continue to push the knuckles away from your skull. And relax your head. Take another breath in. Exhale, turn to center, both knees soften, release the fingertips down. Hands to the shin bones, halfway lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, step, or maybe you're ready for a hop. If you hop to chaturanga, lower just halfway and land on bent elbows. Roll the shoulder heads back as you lift through upper facing dog. Downward facing dog comes from the hip hinge. Let your heart and your head follow the hips. Take a full breath in. A releasing exhale. Again like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out your mouth. Good. Look to your hands, soft knees. It's a step, or maybe you want a little hop. And that can be fun. Let the head drop. Hands to the shin bones, halfway lift, heart moves forward. Fold, bow, drape your head straight down. Reverse swan dive, big heart all the way up. And soften the knees, put the hands behind you, weird thumb on top, kind of like you're holding hands with a stranger. Drive your knuckles down, loop the heart through the frame of the shoulders up. Exhale, soft knees, drape belly, fold. Left knee bends, right knee starts to straighten. Exhale, turn to center. Right knee bends, left knee starts to straighten. Exhale, turn to center, fingers drop. Halfway lift, you inhale, heart comes off the thighs. Exhale, it's a step or it's a hop, chaturanga. Press into the feet, press into the hands, move the heart up. Downward facing dog, hips first, heart and head follow. Settle into your downward facing dog. Sit bones lifting up, hands pressing down. Allow your ribs to knit in to support the middle spine. Then step your feet together from the inseam. Your right foot's going to lift. Circle open the hip, bend the knee. If you notice that your right armpit's coming up, let it press down. Spike the left heel. Right knee goes a little skyward, a little higher. Good. Level the hips. On the exhale, hollow the chest, and then step through low lunge. Spinal wave, heart moves forward. Left hand anchors. Inhale the right fingertips up. Move the chest through from this strong, long leg behind you. The heart can grow so the chest can move through. And then the twist can happen from the belly, heart, and the shoulder, blade, and the back ribs seal together. One more breath in. Touchdown, exhale. Back heel spirals down. Warrior one, press into the feet. Lift the torso over the base and the pelvis. Frame the ears with your arms. So as you anchor into the back leg, your front knee can stack over the ankle, and you can move your chest up so the whole carriage of the chest can lift. Good. Full breath in. Exhale, hands behind you. Loop the shoulder heads back. So we've been using this bind a lot to get that big, bright, open chest, and then bow, humble, or devotional warrior as it's sometimes called. Ribs can either take a pit stop on the thigh or bring them to the inside of the thigh, drop the head. As you press down through the back foot, hug your outer right hip back, loosen your neck. Should be able to feel that arch lift in the back foot. And that strong anchor of the back leg gives you the ability to go deep into this pose without losing your balance. Take another breath in. As you exhale, release your fingers down, pivot your back heel up. Ground into your left hand, step your right foot back to either stack or stagger with your back foot, and then open to side plank. Option to bring your leg into a little tree leg, kind of mirroring that shape you created in the down dog with the hip lift, or just stack the legs nice and strong. Take a full breath in, challenge your balance with a gaze up. On the exhale, turn back to plank, lower halfway. Upward facing dog, move your chest through. Downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Breathe in through your nose. Send a steady breath out your mouth. I'll turn so you can see the other side. From downward facing dog, lift your left heel up from the inseam. Now circle open your hip, heel moves towards the butt. Spike your right heel like you have a stiletto shoe on and send your left knee a little higher so you're going to feel a really nice big stretch through the inseam of the right leg. Good. Level the hips, lengthen your left leg. On the exhale, step through to lunge. Ground into the back foot. Draw the chest through. Right hand anchors, left fingertips lift. So that strong, energized back leg allows the heart to lengthen from the hips. So the spine is lengthened, strong, long in the middle, but also supple enough that you can twist and turn your gaze up to your top thumb. One more breath in. Touchdown, land your hand. Back heel pivots down, and it's warrior one, VR1. Press into strong feet, lift the torso, then brighten your fingertips up to the ceiling. Back leg is strong through the seal of the knife edge, but also the arch lifts, so you can move into your front lunge without cranking on the low back. Brighten the fingers, heart can move up. One more inhale. Good, circle the hands behind your back, exhale. Put the weird thumb on top, drag your knuckles down the inseam of the back leg, shoulder blades loop onto the back ribs. On your exhale, ride it down into your humble or devotional warrior. Drop your head. Squeeze your outer left hip back and then relax the neck. Gaze can come all the way to the navel. This is very much a balance challenge as much as it is a forward fold and a hip stretch. So know that the little shake and quake of each and every muscle is that excitation, but also presence that we're looking for. That challenge, but the focus, so you can savor the moment. One more breath in. Good, fingertips drop down. Pivot the back heel up, step open into Vashisthasana, side plank. So you can ground down to that bottom toe if you have the ankle mobility and then lift up into a tree leg or just stack the feet. Either one's fine. And as you anchor down into your hand, bottom hip can lift up, turning your gaze as an element of balance challenge. Take another breath in. Exhale, hand down, hinge forward, lower halfway. Upward facing dog, lift your heart through. Downward facing dog, hips come up, settle into breath. Good. One more time, breathe. Look to your hands. Step your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift your chest. Fold and bow. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Lift up into a chair pose. Anchor down into the heels. Squeeze the thighs together. And then circle. Right arm under left. And then the right leg is going to come up and over and sit on the left thigh. So this ankle bind is optional. You can always kickstand the toes and sink a little deeper. Move the chest up and then breathe into the back of the heart, as if you're trying to widen your shoulder blades with your breath. Good. Now trust your legs. Unwind, stay low. Chair pose, unwind your fingers. Exhale, left arm under right. Let the heat of your chair maintain. Stack your left thigh on top of your right thigh. Again, optional ankle bind, or you can just touch the toe down. Lift the chest up. Breathe into the upper back. Yeah, balance challenge. Stick with it, yogis. You've got this. Good. Unwind all the way. Reach up. Then send your elbows wide. A little cactus arm back bend. Stick out the tongue. Say beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, bow, drop your head, let it drain all the way down to the ground. Hands come to shins, halfway lift your chest. Then plant your hands lower to your belly and let the ground receive you. When you get down to the ground, untuck your toes, make a little pillow with your hands, and place your third eye right on it. So continue with our spine, back bend experience, but finding this moment right here for rest. So good, so good. Now bend your back knees, loop your hands back, grab onto your ankles or your feet. Roll your shoulders back, gentle kick to open the chest, and then flare through the toes, turn on the back line of your body. So your hamstrings, your glutes a little bit, and then use your inner thighs to track your knees in line with your hips. Start to breathe into the top lobes of your lungs. You can stretch out your pec muscles. Gaze can stay forward to keep the neck nice and stable. Take one more breath in. Slow, steady exhale all the way down. Make that pillow for your head, and then just wash your knees side to side, your heels side to side. Good. Push the tabletop and come to a seat. From your seat, extend your right leg and place the sole of your left foot to the inseam of your thigh. We go into some lateral flexion or side bends. So we've worked a lot of back bends, we've worked a lot of folds, we've worked some twists, and so we're going to open up more significantly into the sides before we get into our belly up spine work. Glide your right arm down to the inseam of your leg. You might lasso the toe, or you can anchor the hand. If this feels far, you can put a pillow or a block to rest your arm on. Opposite hand sweeps up and over. The goal is not touching your toes. Instead, the goal is finding a stretch in the side seam of the body. So for a lot of us, touching our toes is not available. Just take your hand to your head, just like we did before, cradle your head. Good. So focus on drawing some length into the bottom waist, so then you can roll and twist and find a little more of a stretch for the side seam of the body. Good. Side body's going to pull you up. Inhale, allow your body to lift. Anchor the left hand behind you. Circle your right arm across your heart line and then lift up. Legs press into the ground, come into stargazer pose. Push into the feet and the grounded shin. Move your hips up. Wave the heart through the frame of the shoulders. Stay active, reach through the top hand. Take one more breath in. Exhale, circle back down. Nice, let's go to the other side. Left leg's gonna come out. Right foot comes to the inseam of the thigh. Glide the left arm down the inseam of your leg. Lift up and over with the opposite hand. And again, touching the toe is not that important. So if you need something to do with your hand, place it at the base of your skull. Lengthen the waist and then a little rotation until you feel the stretch in the side body. You probably don't have to move that far to find it. So know that if you're breathing right into the stretch, you're doing the pose. You don't have to add anything extra or fancy. Just be present with the sensation. Side seam of body lifts you on inhale, ride it up. Right hand anchors, circle the left arm down across the horizon of your heart, and then move through. Long leg presses into the floor. Lift the hips up and through. Move your heart between the shoulder blades. Activate your top fingers. Take one more breath in. Exhale, unwind, circle back down. Take your legs out in front of you and lower all the way down to your back. So after that series of back bends, and we do have two more, but after that series of back bends and then that side stretch, it probably feels really nice to just have your low back on the ground for a moment. So soak that in. We know that back bends rev up our heart rate and give us a ton of great energy, but then also being present, being focused, and savoring that moment of just a nice, firm support for the spine can be just delicious. Good. Stand your feet hips width. Let your shoulder blades work their way down your back and tickle the backs of your heels with your fingers. On your inhale, we'll come into bridge pose. Press into the feet to lift the hips. Allow the chest to move up towards the chin, and it may feel good to snuggle the shoulder blades a little farther underneath the back. Option to interlace the hands if the binds have been feeling good today. So if you feel a little bit crunched in your neck, a trick I like is to just gaze behind me, gives my neck some space. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release the bind if you have it, roll down. Just knock the knees together and let the back be flat. Invite your body to find just a normal breath. Allow for the slowing of the heart rate after the exhilaration of the back bend. Great. Circle your hands overhead and bend your elbows, frame your head with your arms. We're going to come into a second set of a bridge pose. So plant your feet hips width distance, knees track over the ankles and width of the knees, or the hips rather. And as you press down through the feet, lift the hips. You might notice that you don't come up as far with your arms overhead, and this is just helping you understand how much of your arms you are using in your bridge pose as opposed to back muscles. So just notice what is shifting or changing for you, and if this feels uncomfortable in the arms, you can always release them. Good. Take one more breath in. Slow, steady exhale, release. Let the tailbone come down. This time, flip your fingers towards the heads of your shoulders. So you don't have to go up into a wheel, but that will be an invitation. Flip your fingertips towards the heads of your shoulders and just pause. If the heels of your hands don't want to touch down here, then bridge will be a better option for you today. Wheel is probably less available today. If the heels of your hands seal down and you see your elbows in your peripheral vision, then your shoulders are probably open enough today to explore a little bit, to play. Plant into your feet, lift your hips into bridge. Once you feel the pressure start to move towards your hands, press into them. Allow your head to point straight down and then continue to move up, equal pressure in your feet and your hands. If you feel a pinch in your shoulders, come back down into a bridge. If you're all right, upright on your hands, let your chest move through and continue to connect some energy down through your feet as well. Give your neck freedom to be long between your arms. So our shoulder blades are rotating to our outer armpits, giving the base of our neck plenty of space. And it's not because we're hugging them down, we're allowing the rotation of the shoulder blades as opposed to drawing them further away from us, away from our heads rather. Take another breath in. Wheels gaze up. On the exhale, we all come down. Shoulders, middle back, lower back, tailbone. Let your palms rest face up on the floor. Then draw the soles of your feet together and let your knees butterfly open. Notice the exhilaration of your heart rate here. Back bends tend to send our heart rate up. And this is where we have that super groovy, super cool aspect of yoga where we learn resiliency. We learn how to manage our breath. So we are in those moments of excitation, we can stay present and focused enough to breathe through it. And even if it's positive, exciting plans, not necessarily anything that's negative, even positive excitement can cause some anxiety. So just learning how to breathe through it so that we can stay focused and present and really enjoy the time that we have. Yeah, nice. Hands come to close the knees. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Good. And then grab the back of the thighs, roll yourself up. We're going to come into a seated forward fold, but my favorite variation for it, especially when I'm focusing on the spine. So bend your knees, almost like you're in a shallow boat pose, but then wrap your arms underneath your thighs, like you're giving yourself a little hug, and then allow your forehead to just come down between your shins. You might notice, whoop, I can push my heels forward and start to fold and straighten the legs. It's really up to you. Look for a stretch in the spinal muscles. Take 2 more breaths. Use your next inhale to come on up to a seat, and then a slow lower all the way down to your back. Draw both knees into your chest and drop them to the right. Arms can go to a soft W. If for any reason having your knees stacked does not feel good, or you notice some pinch in your low back, place a pillow between your thighs and also draw your knees a little closer up to your chest. Allow the body and the breath to get softer and softer with every exhale from here on out. On your next inhale, come through the center. You can scooch your hips over to the right so you can have space to drop your knees to the left. Soft W shape maintains in your arms. Again, if you're feeling any SI joint pain or low back pain, put a block or a pillow between your thighs, or just draw your knees a little closer to your chest. Good. Roll back to center. Wrap your arms around your legs. Pull your forehead up to meet your knees. Curl it to a teeny tiny little ball. Take a deep breath in. Open up Shavasana. Give your body permission to take up a lot of space. So armpits can breathe. Jaw can get soft. Tongue can relax from the roof of your mouth. Go into just a steady, soft pattern of breath. And in this big, expansive space that you've created with your body, with your arms and your legs outstretched, this can be a gesture or a reminder that we are creating a really big container for ourselves to hold 2 feelings, to hold the feeling of excitement, to hold the feeling of positive energy, to feel like you have stamina to get through your day. But then we're also in that same shape holding our capacity for calm, holding our capacity to breathe deeply, holding a sense of ease. And if you have time to stay in Shavasana, by all means, stay as long as you can and are able. Otherwise, point your toes, reach your fingertips overhead. On your exhale breath, draw the knees into the chest, roll to your side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands can come to the heart. And then flip the left palm face up, right hand sits on it. Thumbs come to meet in Zazen Mudra. The eyes come to soften. We have this fiery right hand that is our get up and go, our energy, being held by our left hand, which represents the cool, lunar, calmer side of body. And together they're working to bring you presence, to bring you focus. Deep breath in, a big breath out. And then circle the palms together. Anjali Mudra lifts up to mind's eye. Bow forward to seal your practice. Namaste. Yogis, I'm so grateful for you inviting me into your home, into your office, into your yoga space to go through a practice that will give you both energy and a sense of calm. It's really great that you are taking this time for yourself. So please, please, please notice
how good it is and how good you feel when you take these moments to be with your body in movement, in breath. So again, I send these videos out every single Tuesday. I'd love to have you come in and watch them. And if you find them valuable, please share them with a friend, and make sure that you share your love of yoga. Remember that you can practice everywhere, and I hope you come back next week to practice with me. For any of my upcoming retreats or trainings or more of these videos, go to juliamarieyoga.com, and I have a ton of great resources for you, and I'd love to see you at our training retreat or a workshop very soon. I love y'all. Mwah. Enjoy your day. Namaste.